Okay, so I just got done doing the business card thing, and I figured I'm on a roll for now. It's storming outside. I can't go out there and do nothing right now, so I'll do another one. Hi guys, Chris Martinez here, 8280creative.com, senior designer and owner. Um, I want to redo a video that I did a while ago about starting a clothing company and the things you should do and things you should avoid when starting a clothing company. Let's start off. Hopefully, I'll write this down. First and foremost, when starting a clothing company, guys, you need to have the designs ready to go. Okay. I had a friend of ours call me last week or a couple days ago saying that, hey, I got a really cool idea for a clothing design. What do I do to get started? So I'm gonna tell her what I told you. I'm telling you. I asked her, do you have a name for it? Yes. I have a great name for it. And she told me the name and the market, and it was awesome. It was a really good name. I like the name. I think it's going to go a long way if the designs are there. The next question to her was, do you have a design? She says, no, I don't have a design yet. I don't have a logo. But she was already asking about, where do I get them printed? How do I produce the shirt? Okay, what you should understand about a clothing company is to not worry at the moment about where you're going to go to print, where you're going to go to produce the shirt, nothing like that. You need to do major research with a clothing company first. Obviously, the name is a good thing. The market's another thing. And the number one thing is your designs. Your designs need to match the market you're going to be selling in, and they need to be designs that are going to be wanted. Okay, I've said it before to a couple people, as a clothing company, it's not just an apparel company. It's not just something you cover your body with, okay? What you're trying to sell is your artwork. You are an artist trying to sell your artwork. And if your artwork, unfortunately, isn't good enough for the market you're trying to sell it in, it's not going to sell, okay? It's hard to hear because a lot of people have the money to start a clothing company and have the idea but don't have the designs. Without a design, you don't have a clothing company. You just have an idea for a clothing company. You see what I mean? How to start one? Again, name, good. Market, great. Next comes your designs. That's what's going to stop you from starting this company, and that's what's going to make the company expand. So you may have the money ready to go. You may have investors investing into this company that you want to start, but your designs need to be there. Okay, let's just say you got your designs. Your designs are ready to go. You tested them in the market that you're in, um, and people like them. You showed them a picture of it. Cool, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. That's the problem. You're going to get a lot of people, a lot of your friends, and a lot of people you know that say, yeah, yeah, I'll buy one. I'll buy one. But when it comes down to it, and you don't go and produce 72 shirts or whatever, they don't buy them. You're out of luck. You have 72 shirts, 100 shirts that you can't sell for nothing. Okay. So that being said, again, be sure that your designs are up to date. Your designs are going to be popular enough to be sold, and you don't jump into it before knowing what designs are going to sell and what designs aren't. And I know it's kind of hard to say, yeah, well, how do I know if this design is going to sell and what design is not going to sell? Well, that's what a lot of research does. But you can still get away with running 12 shirts, and paying, say, $10 a shirt to make, and still selling them for 15 if people are going to buy them. And you're making it, $5 on the shirt. Or even if you make them for 10 and you sell them for 10, at least your name is out there and people are starting to get to realize that you're making shirts and you're making this work and they can't wait to see the next one. Okay? When we started 5150 Clothing Company, we started with, a whole book of designs. And we literally went out to the mall. I went out to the malls out in California and I showed people images and it says, hey, which ones do you think would sell? Which one would you buy? And went back and forth. I even went to stores and said, listen, I'm starting a clothing company. What would you carry in your store? I did things like that so that I got a better understanding on what's going to sell. Now, we marketed to, like, I think three different markets in the same area, I guess. We market to the Latin American culture of I guess low riding and rockabilly type thing. Then we marketed to motocross and skateboarders, and then we marketed to rock and roll music, indie music, that sort of thing. So after we did these 50 different designs, we narrowed it down to 3. Okay, all that work just to get 3 designs. We produced about 24 of each of them, and 24 of each of them got sold. Yeah, it took us about 5 months to market research, to do some research, but we made some money. We, not a lot of money, but we got our money back, I guess, and we produced more, and we just kind of kept it going. So researching what's going to sell is the most important thing in a clothing company, because it's going to break you or it's going to make you. Let's go past that. Let's say you have a design. Let's say you have 3 that are going to sell no matter what because you did your research, blah, blah, blah. Now someone comes up to you and says, hey, you know what? I want to be a part of your clothing company. I want to invest $2,000 into your clothing company. You're like, dude, all right, $2,000. I'm going to start my business right there. I'm going to pay myself a little bit of money. I'm going to go blah, blah, blah. Stop. When someone starts to offer you money, you need to stop. You need to stop, and you need to think about what you're about to do. You're about to tell this guy or a girl or whatever that you're willing to take their money, and you're telling them that I'm going to give you back 30%. I'm going to give you back 50% of your money on top of your initial excuse me, on top of your initial investment. Okay? In your head, you better be ready to sell your ass off, excuse the language, because to create that money in the amount of time that they want it in is a huge burden on your shoulder. It's going to take away from you running your own company, running your own business, because now you're working for this guy. You're working for this person who's investing the money. Now, of course, depending on the terms of the conditions of the money being invested can limit the time or extend the time that it's needed to be paid back. One in particular case that I know about of a buddy of mine borrowed, or not borrowed, but received an investment of $2,000, wrote a contract to say that he was required to pay back 30% of it within 3 months, which was $600. And unfortunately, things weren't done right. He admits that he didn't do a couple things right, and basically that he couldn't meet the terms of the investment. So now he was, now he has this burden on his shoulder. He has to pay back $2,600 to this person, and he can't. His business partner ran out on him and doesn't want to be, bugged with this issue, and is being a coward about it. So, it turns into this big ball of mess, and now your idea, your initial idea, and your initial dream of creating a clothing company has gone out the window because somebody offered you $2,000 to invest into your company. It's really hard. Clothing companies are really, really hard. Okay, it might sound easy. Yeah, I'll make a couple shirts and sell a couple shirts. That's great if you can make your own shirts and sell them and make 100% profit, 300% profit on them. That's great, but you're not going to make a lot of money off of it. Okay, there's a whole formula to a clothing company, and a lot of people don't understand that formula. I've designed for 3 or 4 different local clothing companies that have not gone anywhere because they just don't understand what they're doing. I offered my help, but they just want me to design, so I did. So save your money. Do not accept any investment unless, of course, the terms are within reason or reachable. And get your designs to where they're going to be wanted. Okay, not accepted, but wanted. Because when they're wanted, that's when you start making your money. Because you have to understand, if you go out and you go produce 72 shirts, 100 shirts of this one design, you have to sell 100 of those exact same shirts to 100 different people. You see what I mean? To sell 100 shirts to 100 different people in your area is very hard. Very hard. I've done it. It's very hard. That's why, our clothing company, we had it in Tucson, Avondale, California, a couple shops in Mesa. We had it everywhere, so we were able to sell everywhere. But again, that's it. If you're wondering, or you have more questions about creating a clothing company and what you should do about doing, creating a clothing company, give us a call. Numbers on the screen: 402268098. Email me, Chris at 8280.com. You'll see it there. Scroll again. I have no problem giving you tips and advice, and but again, you need to be creative and produce your own designs to start a clothing company. You just have to. You just can't go out and think you're going to start a clothing company and hope that it works, because you're going to dump a lot of money. You're going to have a lot of stock that you can't sell. Okay? I don't want to see people in situations that I've seen them in, and not have the money to pay back, or feel like they failed at business, because any clothing company, and the clothing company of my buddies, it's retrievable. It's we're able to help bring it back, but it just is going to take time. It's going to take a little bit more money, obviously, and a lot of research. Anyway, go ahead and comment on my video. Don't know if I did a good job this time or not, but we'll see. Questions, again, give me a call, give me an email, whatever. Probably do another one here after this as soon as I think of what it was that I talked to last. Alright, thanks.